I'm so sick and fucking tired of hearing about privilege. Privilege isn't being white, bonehead. Privilege is living in government housing and calling people oppressors while they pay you without worrying about calling in sick to work because you don't have a fucking job. Privilege is being able to cheat, lie, fail over and over again in life and still get bailed out while people who play by the rules get punished.
Y'all ain't hearing me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no.
Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood that they want to praise this.
Always something. Period. Say it again. I want to hear you say it again. Because baby, go to the food stamp place right now. There's more white people in that line than black people. What you saying?
I need to know, are there certain black people that just don't like us because we're white?
Nope, don't do it, black people. Stay the hell home. Stay safe, stay home, stay out of it. This is not our business. We didn't get us here and we're not going to get us out of it. These white folk got to do the work. And until they do, they are going to destroy this country. That's how much white supremacy matters to these folks. That's how much the delusion, white delusion, not white supremacy, white delusion. That's how much this matters to these folks, that they are willing to throw away their whole goddamn country. They would rather be kings of rubble than to live good and everybody eats. Everybody gets treated well. Everybody gets treated right. So stay home. Don't go out there. No matter how bad it gets, stay the hell home. This is white folk business. Let them deal with it. This is brother against brother, father against child. This is in-house for them.
Black America, I need for y'all to stand down. Sit down. Don't get up. Don't go nowhere. Don't do nothing. Let these people finish handling their business out here in these streets. Because these people, they are not playing fair and they coming for us anyway. So we need to let them people handle this business of getting their people out the way. Because they coming for us. We know that. That's their sole intention, is to come and get us. I know y'all ain't seen me for a minute. Brother been under the weather and you can hear it in my voice. But listen, man, I need y'all to chill out. Don't make no moves. Don't be out there in them streets with them rallies and them protests and all that, because all they want to do is catch us out there. And once they catch us out there, all hell is going to break loose. So stay your behind at home, watch you some TV, get your exercise on, drink you some water. I know my sister's chilling. Brothers, I need y'all to chill too, because they coming for us. The man just had the whole database, the whole police database of misconduct wiped. I told y'all, when y'all hired a criminal, expect criminal activities. When you put a natural born criminal in the White House and you don't expect criminal activities to happen, y'all crazy. Y'all are out y'all freaking mind. Now they've been out there talking about where Kamala at, where Obama at. You know, they chilling. We don't need them to move at all. Don't worry about Kamala. Don't worry about Obama. We need our white brothers and sisters to handle their people. Because y'all did this. You Latinos that voted for this ignorance, y'all did this. Y'all fix it. And you brothers and sisters that also voted for this fool, y'all can go out there. They don't like y'all anyway. So if you want to go out there and celebrate with your people, go ahead. But they going to lock your asses up. All I'm saying is, I need my people to stay in the house. Stay drinking water. Stay exercising. Posting videos and doing our thing. We trying to enjoy life. We getting ourselves together right now. In the midst of all this stupidity, we ain't doing nothing. We letting y'all fix it. Because when Kamala stood up there and told you what was going to happen. You didn't listen. You didn't want to save yourself. You wanted to save your race. And now they coming after you. What you didn't know is all the laws that helped us helped you more. You thought DEI was for black people. Then you found out more white people getting help with DEI than black people. Y'all thought snaps and food stamps, because y'all listened to Ronald Reagan them back in the day with that welfare queen bullshit. And then you found out it's a lot of white people on food stamps and government assistance than black people. Yeah, we not struggling. They just tell you we struggling. They just put our struggle up front so you can see it. But them white boys in middle America, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas, Arkansas, yeah, they struggling. Because all them farms, they get government assistance. All them ladies that live in the inner city or out there in the suburb, y'all don't know. Some of y'all people in them suburbs that live next door to you, they on government assistance. They not paying $2,500 for that house like you are. They might be paying $40, but that other check that cover that other check that comes, it come from the government. See, but you don't know that. You got people out here driving nice cars, living in big houses, but they not paying the same amount of taxes and bills as you are. And you wonder how they doing it all. Because she ain't got no job. She at home every day. Yeah, that's their government check. So for my people, I need y'all to stand down. Stay at home. Stay doing your thing. Don't get yourself out there in them streets with that ignorance and cause a problem. Because they waiting on us. They want us. The man told you the qualified immunity for the police is going to be permanent. He trying to hook the police up. And who you think they coming after once they get hooked up? They coming after us. I told y'all. They ain't but two ways for them to get rid of us. It's to lock us up or to kill us. They can't send us nowhere. Because this ours. We built this. Our people did this. So if y'all don't know, don't take your ass out there. You ain't seen Tim Scott and Byron Donaldson up on TV looking for their daddy because they found out.
Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this Latino man came out and said that it is time to give Latinos a dose of what they gave to Black people and other people because of the way they voted. And he said that he haven't seen something like this before. How people would choose to vote against their own interests, probably because they do not like a certain kind of people, right? And he said, if you see any Latino that is undocumented, you should call Immigration Custom. And he dropped the number to call, report them, let them be deported, because I mean, you cannot vote against your own interest and think that you that is undocumented will be doing great. Now, majority of them actually have siblings or brothers that voted against their own family because, man, this is really like the craziest that I have heard or seen, because I don't know how I am going to, how to comprehend or, assimilate this. It's just like me, probably knowing that my sister is undocumented and going to vote and voting against her own interest and my own interest. Man, that is really the worst thing ever. And it is what it is, but man, what do you think?
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme, and I agree, but extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways,
Amigos, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump. I really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back, I want them to remember who they voted for. When their abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
Here's a fact that's bringing me so much joy right now. So my father's Cuban, my mom's Mexican. Her mom came to this country not necessarily legally. She voted, though, for Donald Trump. A lot of my extended family on my mom's side voted for Donald Trump. So here's the deal. If I'm getting deported, guess what? You're coming with me. It's what you wanted. We're going to drain the swamp together. We're going to give you exactly what you voted for. When the ICE officials come for me, guess who's getting ratted out? Congratulations, and I can't wait for the family reunion in Tijuana. Mi gente, mwah, love your faces. See you in hell.
So I just asked a Latino at my job, why you vote for Trump?
See, we told you that the plantation owner was going to screw you, and you didn't care, right? Because you thought if you voted for the Klan leader, that he would just hurt the brown people, right? The non-white people. That's not what I voted for. The fuck it is. It's exactly what you voted for. You voted for the misogyny. You voted for the racism. You voted for the cruelty on January 6th. You voted for the felonies. You voted for the tax fraud. You voted for the infidelities. And you thought that a guy on his third failed marriage while his newborn 2-week-old son was at home and had the adult actress gives a shit about you? Yeah, you're totally not in a cult. But now your Medicaid's on the line. Oh no, I'm being affected, not the brown people. Good. I don't want anybody to suffer. But you didn't care about women's rights. You didn't care about our black brothers and sisters. You didn't care about minorities. You didn't care about autistic kids that now can't get the special needs at school that they got. You didn't care about the kids going to school doing active firearm drills. You didn't care about people giving a living wage.
One thing I love about some of these videos is the MAGA people that are making these apology videos for voting for this administration. This one is funny. It's quick. She's like, I just won't say I'm sorry. I vote for. I need to say I'm sorry.
I voted for him.
I'm real sorry. I didn't know. I thought he was going to make things better for us.
I thought he was going to help folks like me. I really did.
Now my staff got home. I came back with groceries. I gave people lights on.
First of all, the groceries you shouldn't worry about. Anyway,
I just can't believe it now.
They cut off my heat and help last week. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy groceries next month to keep the lights on.
Now, what about my diabetes? My diabetes, man, is acting up. Can't feel my foot, can't feel my feet, and I didn't even the do.
Now my SNAP's gone, my Medicaid's gone.
I just want you all to know I'm sorry. I'm sorry for giving him those chances. I'm sorry. I see things now. I see them clearly. And I think I saw them way too late.
People are saying, hey, MAGA is not going to join the blackout September the 16th through the 20th. They're not going to join the blackout September the 17th on Constitution Day. Okay, cool, no problem. MAGA can pick up the labor for those days that we're not working and we're not spending. How about they up the ante and spend more to balance the economy out? How about they use their resources? How about they use their finances? How about they use everything that they have access to balance it out? Because I promise you, MAGA is not going to fare over $500 billion the days that
See, we told you that the plantation owner was going to screw you, and you didn't care, right? Because you thought if you voted for the Klan leader that he would just hurt the brown people, right? The non-white people. That's not what I voted for. The fuck it is. It's exactly what you voted for. You voted for the misogyny. You voted for the racism. You voted for the cruelty on January 6th. You voted for the felonies. You voted for the tax fraud. You voted for the infidelities. And you thought that a guy on his third failed marriage while his newborn 2-week-old son was at home and had with a adult actress gives a shit about you? Yeah, you're totally not in a cult. But now your Medicaid's on the line. Oh no! Oh no, I'm being affected, not the brown people. Good. I don't want anybody to suffer. But you didn't care about women's rights. You didn't care about our black brothers and sisters. You didn't care about minorities. You didn't care about autistic kids that now can't get the special needs at school that they got. You didn't care about the kids going to school doing active firearm drills. You didn't care about people giving a living wage. You didn't care about any of that. All you saw was, oh my God, there's a black woman. I can't vote for her because, hold on, let me find a reason. Oh shit, it can't be racism. It can't be because she's a woman. Oh wait, I got a stimulus check. Oh yes, I got a stimulus check 5 years ago with the felon's name on it. Oh my God, he must care about me. Yeah. It was a double whammy, right? Not only was it a woman, it was a black woman, and that really tickled your fancy, didn't you? You just couldn't stomach the black man sitting in the White House instead of picking your cotton, and you lost your shit. And you went back to the most morally bankrupt, uneducated, pitiful excuse for a human being pile of shit because he was a white man, talking about Hannibal Lecter and electric sharks and how windmills cause cancer. And Vice President Harris using complete sentences, coherent thoughts, talking intelligently, presidential, not a convicted felon, not an insurrectionist, not a racist. That was a bridge too far, right? But she had a relationship 40 years ago. Oh, fuck off. Spare me your racist bullshit. You couldn't vote for the black woman. And now your whiteness is being jeopardized. You know what's funny? Michelle Obama, she told you this was going to happen. Another black woman that you refuse to listen to. They're pretty damn smart, aren't they? You know, if black women were running this country, we wouldn't be in this shit right now. But not you, not you little white supremacists. You ought to make America white again. You always want the best candidate as long as it's a man and it's white. But the best candidate. Sure, Karen. You're going to go through it, little Timmy, Billy Bob in your trailer. You asked for it. And you're going to get a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of an inch of what it's like to be black. You were lied to. You were conned. You were manipulated. You were mistreated. And now you're going to lose your minds? Good for you. Thoughts and prayers.
It's hopeless. Trying to debate and persuade and reason with not only MAGA nuts, I'm going to include conservatives, Christian nationalists, of course, Republicans. I'm putting them all in one big homogenous blob. Rod, you are generalizing. Absolutely, yes, I am. These people have proven time and time again that they are beyond hope. They have reached a new level of delusion and insanity. And they have proven time and time again that even if they are harmed by their own ideologies, they will follow their orange Lord and Savior through the very gates of Hades, and many will, before it's all said and done. This nation has always been evil, bottom line. And foundational Black Americans, we know the truth. Everybody else can get caught up in the propaganda, like the holiday that was just celebrated the other day. But we know better, don't we? And the evil has never gone away. The soulless have now truly been unleashed to indulge in their depravity. What do you think, folks, are going on in these detention centers? What do you think? All kinds of abuses. And that concentration camp that they are calling Alligator Alcatraz, let me tell you something. Alligator, used in that context, is a loaded term. Because during chattel slavery, Black babies and children were used as alligator bait. Yes, they were. But see, many of you all don't know that because being willfully ignorant and uneducated and miseducated is a badge of honor for millions in this country. That's why we are in the mess that we're in now that was completely avoidable. That is what is so tragic about this entire situation that this nation is in.
Oh, things are going crazy right now, and everybody is asking, where are the Black Americans? Like, for months before the election, even during the election period, Black Americans were warning people against voting for certain people, and they were met with words like, oh, you're complaining so much, stop making it about race and all that. And now it is affecting everybody, and the conversation that is happening is so different. And suddenly people are looking around at the economy, looking at businesses struggling, look at the prices, like everything is high in price, and people are feeling like life has become harder. And some people are asking, like, where are the Black people? Why aren't they saying anything? Like, why aren't they protesting? And it's so crazy because Black people have warned us. You can see that from the Latinas getting deported, the Haitian communities, TPS has like been cut off, the Medicaid has been cut off. Like, life right now in America is just hanging, you know. And what Black people are saying is, you were warned. And that is the part that people seem to forget. There were Black Americans who were talking about the consequences of certain political decisions long before the consequences became obvious to everyone else. There were people saying, be careful, think about who you're voting for, think about who is going to benefit from all these policies, think about working people, think about the healthcare, but no one cared. Like, no one listened. People just turned it against the Black Americans. And instead people were like told they were being dramatic. The Black people were being dramatic. They were told they were too emotional, and they were just met with so much negativity. But now people are finally opening their eyes and seeing that, oh my God, we were so wrong. And that is what is so interesting, because Black Americans have historically been one of the groups that shows up politically, one of the groups that shows up to organize a protest, votes, campaign, volunteers, and pushes for change. And when Black people mobilize, suddenly everybody understands the importance of participation. But you cannot spend years telling somebody that their concerns don't matter and then turn around and demand their help when you need it. You can't say we don't need you and then come back 6 months later saying, why aren't you saving us? Like, this is, I understand like where the frustration is coming from, and people are feeling like, oh, Black Americans are not doing too much, but Black Americans are like, we have to sit this back because we warned you and you didn't listen. And there are Black people who are simply sitting back and watching, not because they don't care about the economy, not because they want ordinary Americans to suffer, but because some of them feel like, we already told you. Like, they want us. You can see it. Like, the TPS is gone, Medicaid is cut off, the immigrants are facing deportation left, right. You can see people getting deported for like no reasons. And sometimes people don't listen. When you're giving them a warning, they only listen after experience of the consequences themselves, and they're like, oh my god, we were so warned and we didn't care. And that is the problem. Like, people just look down on Black Americans so much that they think they just, like, it's out of hate. Well, these people have lived in this America for so long. They understand the laws, the rules, and they have fought to be able to get certain rights for people and for themselves. And so when they tell you that the road we are heading to is terrible, it's bad, just listen. Like, you don't have to go along with everything, but the important thing is to always listen. And many of those voters did so because they believed the policies would make their lives better. And maybe they were angry about immigration, and maybe they are angry about the inflations and all that. But now they are facing the consequences because it's affecting everybody. And you don't get to choose a government, then act shocked when the government actually governs according to the agenda it promised. And when we're seeing people who may have thoughts like this is going to hurt somebody else, realizing that economy policies don't always stay neatly inside a box you imagined. Like, you can create policies aimed at one group and still end up affecting your own household. And you can attack one industry and discover that eventually you discover that the cost doesn't magically disappear. And everything right now is so hard and it's almost our fault. So next time, just listen. Like, you don't have to go through everything blindly and trust everything, because we all know these politicians will be making promises, and for them to really happen, that is like it's a big joke. For it to even happen, like, it's not a must. They will just promise, another promise will come, another one will come, and nothing is going to seriously happen, you see. So guys, leave in the comment section what you think about this video. Like, are people angry enough? And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.